Hey Bloomies, yo, finally an official episode of Books and Ah. Finally, we're gonna be reading one of the most fan favorite books ever, even though I barely talk to anyone in this channel. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Because, yeah. Props to Jeff Kinney for making this book. It's awesome. So why don't we just skedaddle a bit and start. September, Tuesday. First of all, let me get something straight. This is a journal, not a diary. Yeah, whatever, Greg. I know what it says on the cover, but when Mom went out to buy this thing, I specifically told her to get one that didn't say diary on it. Great. All I need is for some jerk to catch me carrying this book around and get the wrong idea. Me. This is relatable. Yes, not really, but still. The other thing I want to clear up right away is that this was Mom's idea, not mine. But if she thinks I'm going to write down my feelings in here or whatever, she's crazy. So just don't expect me to be all Dear Diary this and Dear Diary that. I mean, Dear Diary seems like overrated, do you think? The only reason I agreed to do this at all is because I'll figure later on when I'm rich and famous, I'll have better things to do than answer people's stupid questions all day long. So this book is going to come in handy. Gregory, tell us about your childhood. Were you also so far and handsome? Here's my journal now. Shoo. Like I said, I'll be famous one day, but for now I'm stuck in middle school with a bunch of morons. Let me just say for the record that I think middle school is the dumbest idea I've ever invented. You got kids like me who haven't hit their growth spurt yet, and it's with these gorillas who need to shave twice a day. And then you wonder why bullying is such a big problem in middle school. If it was up to me, grade levels would be based on height, not age. But then again, I guess that would mean kids like Chirag Gupta, I can't forget it, would still be in first grade. Today's the first day of school, and right now we're just waiting around for the teacher to hurry up and finish the seating chart. So I figured I might as well write in books to pass the time. By the way, let me give you some good advice. On the first day of school, you gotta be real careful where you sit. Walk into the classroom and just plunk your stuff down on any old desk. And the next thing you know, the teacher's saying, I hope you all like where you're sitting because these are your permanent seats. We know teachers sometimes like to move around the chairs, so don't worry. So in this class, I got stuck with Chris Hosey in front of me and Leon James in back of me. Jason Brill came in late and almost sat to my right, but luckily I could stop that from happening at the last second. This period, I should just sit in the middle of a bunch of hot girls as soon as I step in the room, simp. But I guess if I do that, it just proves I didn't learn anything from last year. Man, I don't know what is up with girls these days. It used to be a whole lot simpler back in elementary school. The deal was, if you were the fastest runner in your class, you got all the girls. In 5th grade, the fastest runner was Ronnie McCoy. Nowadays, it's a whole lot more complicated. Now it's about the kind of clothes you wear or how rich you are if you have a cute butt. No. Or whatever. And kids like Ronnie McCoy are scratching their heads wondering what the heck happened. The most popular boy in my grade is Bryce Anderson. The thing that really stinks is that I have always been into girls. Once again, simp. But kids like Bryce have only come around in the last couple of years. I remember how Bryce used to act back in elementary school. Girls are stinky poos! Yeah! I don't think girls are stinky poos. It's literally proving my point. He's a simp. But of course, now I don't get any credit for sticking with the girls all this time. Like I said, Bryce is the most popular kid in our grade, so that leaves all the rest of us guys scrambling for the other spots. The best I can figure is I'm somewhere around 52nd or 53rd most popular this year. The good news is, I'm about to move up one spot because Charlie Davies is above me and he's getting his braces next week. I try to explain all this popularity stuff to my friend Riley, which is probably right around the 150 mark, by the way. But I think it just goes on one year or another. Wednesday. Time for one more because I can only do 5. Today we had phys ed, so the first thing I did when I got outside was sneak off the basketball court to see if the cheese was still there. And sure enough, it was. Oh no, it was not 5 minutes. It's 7 minutes. It's like, I use Capwing for this. I don't even I'm not going to upgrade yet. For now, I'm just going to do it like this. That piece of cheese has been sitting on the blacktop since last spring. I guess it must have dropped out of someone's sandwich or something. After a couple of days, the cheese started getting all moldy and nasty. Nobody would play basketball on the court where the cheese was, even though that was the only court I ever had a hoop with a net. Then one day, this kid named Darren Walsh touched the cheese with his finger, and that's what started this thing called the cheese touch. It's basically like the cooties. If you get the cheese touch, you're stuck with it until you pass it on to someone else. The only way to protect yourself from the cheese touch is to cross your fingers. It's not that easy remembering to keep your fingers crossed every moment of the day. I ended up taping mine together so they stay crossed all the time. Not a D in handwriting, but it's totally worth it. Because cooties suck, but this is worse. Of course. This one kid named Abe Hall got the cheese touch in April, and nobody would even come near him for the rest of the year. This summer, Abe moved away to California and took the cheese touch from him. I just hope someone doesn't start the cheese touch up again, because I don't need that kind of stress in my life anymore. Okay, one more. We can make it. First day. I'm having a seriously hard time getting used to the fact that summer is over and I have to get out of my bed every morning to go to school. My summer did not exactly get off to a great start, thanks to my older brother, Roderick. A couple of days ago, into summer vacation, Roderick woke me up in the middle of the night. He told me I slept through the whole summer. Don't mind that. He told me I slept through the whole summer, but that luckily I woke up just in time for the first day of school. You might think I was pretty dumb for falling for that one, but Roderick was dressed up in his school clothes and he set my alarm clock ahead to make it look like it was morning. Plus, he closed my curtain so I couldn't see that it was still dark out. After Roderick woke me up, I just got dressed and went downstairs to make myself some breakfast like I do every morning on school day. But I guess I must have made a pretty big racket because the next thing I knew, Dad was downstairs yelling at me for eating Cheerios at 3. Oh, no way! 3 o'clock in the a.m. in the morning! Scary! No, I'm scared now. I'm gonna pee my pants. It took me a minute to figure out what the heck was going on. After I did, I told Dad that Roderick had played a trick on me, and he was the one who should be yelled at. Dad walked down to the basement to chew Roderick out, and I tagged along. Couldn't wait to see what Roderick was coming to get him, but Roderick was covering up his tracks pretty good. And cheers, Dad. I'm sorry Dad thinks I've got a screw loose or something. All right, so that's all the time we have, because, once again, someone was meant... Uh-oh, it's almost over, so... I'm gonna make more, I promise. Bye.